Well, howdy out there, all you collector car fans. This is Jason, the owner and founder of Southern Bush Motorsports. Well, this is a pretty good tales from the bush because it's fun for me. So I found this car in North Carolina. That is a 1970 HEMI Cuda. Yep, that is what is left of a 1970 HEMI Cuda. This thing was on the drag strip. It flipped, it rolled, it caught on fire. There's not much left of it, but there's enough left of it. Or is there? So the big thing about this Tales from the Bush is, would you restore this? I mean, my God, this car is so freaking messed up, but it is a real 70 HEMI Cuda. Pretty cool color combination. I can't remember what the fender tag was, but it was definitely a cool color combination. And it was, here's the craziest thing about it, is the car was destroyed in 1971. So it was almost essentially a brand new car. Now think about the commitment to saving and preserving this car throughout the years when the car was junk. But somebody did. I mean, this car, the roof was totaled, the quarters were totaled. From what I understand, it did a backflip, landed on its roof, and rolled over once. So the car was completely destroyed. It was written off. But it was only in 1971 or 72 when this happened. So the car was actually essentially brand new. That's the original transmission for it right there. But here's the kicker. Whoever at one point had this car took the original numbers matching motor out of it and stuck it into a race car. A very successful race car. This is not the original motor. This is a motor that was found for the car. I was able to track down the original numbers matching motor for the car, but the guy wouldn't have nothing to do with it. His car was doing well. He didn't want the motor taken out of his car. It didn't matter what we offered to him. He did not want the motor taken out of that car. Guy was operating a brand new HEMI crate engine with all the bells and whistles. 10 times what the motor was worth that was in his car. Nothing doing. Wouldn't have anything to do with it. So at that point, in my opinion, it's over. Because if you've got a HEMI Cuda that's this trashed, yes, it's worth saving this HEMI Cuda, but without the numbers matching motor, nah, man, I'm not going to do it. Dana rear end in such a small car. I mean, I'm not going to do it. But the guy just would not give up that numbers matching motor. So I don't know what happened to this car after that, but everything was put into place for the car to be recovered and restored. And I mean, that's one of the quarters, original quarters that was cut off of it. I mean, good God, obviously that would be a dream of mine, finding a 70 HEMI Cuda, but do you save it or not save it? So this right here was the first Mopar that I ever found. I found it on a cotton plantation on the border of North Carolina, literally on the border of North Carolina and South Carolina. It was a 69 Charger. I mean, this car was rough. It was buried. That is buried in the mud. And there was hundreds of cars out there. There wasn't a lot of rare cars or muscle cars or anything like that, but there was hundreds of cars out there. So do you save a car like this? That's what this whole Tales from the Bush is. Would you save a car like this? I mean, I pulled that car out, and I'm going to show you some pictures of what it looked like when I got it out, but that bad boy was rough. It was really rough. And it was only a 318 car. But the thing is, it was completely untouched 318 car. This is after I cleaned it up a little bit because I was hoping to sell it. Wait till you see what that says right there. $3,500 for that car in 2005, and I couldn't get it. I could not find anybody to buy that car. Is that not freaking nuts? 2005. Nice straight car. 318 car. You can do a lot of stuff to it, but completely untouched car. I mean, literally a grandma untouched car. Now, obviously, to get it to this point, and from what the pictures that you saw when it was on the cotton plantation, I had cleaned it up a lot. I put a lot of work into this car, and I was still only asking $3,500 for it. Couldn't get it. Couldn't sell it. This was in 2005. Now I would kill to have this car, and you can't replace time, but I wish I was just, one of these things. I wish I would never have sold this stupid car, but it had some issues, but it was pretty solid, especially around the important parts. I sprayed some black paint on the top so the rust would stop. Look at that, RPM gauge, tic-tac-tock, automatic, bucket seat console, rim blow steering wheel. I mean, the car had everything. It's a beautiful 318 car. The floor was a little rusty there, but would I save this car? Oh, I don't know, man. It's only a 318 car. It is a 69 Charger. but do you actually save this car? And this is something that the future generations, this is the kind of car that you save and turn into a HEMI clone or something like that. But don't get rid of them. It's worth it. Do it. I would restore it. It's going to cost a lot of money and a lot of time. I mean, the car was rough, but it was 100% complete. Everything was there. I mean, it was a really cool car. I totally would save it. But it surprised me, even in 2005, lots of advertising. I could not get, look at that, $3,500. Look at how straight that car is. I swear to Jesus, that car right now would probably sell for 40, 50 grand. It's crazy. Straight as an arrow. 318 car, but straight as an arrow. So I'm also going to get into some other cars. This was I think it was a 67 Belvedere convertible. But this was a pretty cool car. That's why I went to the trouble to pull this car out of the woods. That straight line. Boy, that was a straight shooter right there. This was a cool little car. That's why I pulled it out. I didn't find it until later, but I actually found the build sheet in the back seat of this car. This was a 383 Belvedere 4-speed convertible. Now, there's no engine there. The craziest thing is the engine block, just the block, nothing else, was in the trunk. Look at that 8-track sitting right there. Everything was there. The car was complete. It had just been sitting out in the South Carolina sun, rotting out of hell. But look at that bench seat, 4-speed, convertible. Boy, this would have been cool driving this car, man. Heck, yeah, man. Well, I hate that engine compartment being empty, but the original block was in the trunk. Nothing to it, but the block it definitely was there. Would I restore this car? Absolutely. I mean, back in, I think this was 2006 or 7. I don't know if anybody else would restore it, but I remember the guy I sold this car to, this became his baby. He wanted to restore this car, and he was going to do it. Everything was there. The convertible top mechanism, all that stuff was there. It was present. I'm restoring this car. This is a 383 I don't think it was a 440. I think it was a 383 4-speed convertible, but it's all there. Rough. Quarters are rotted out in the back. That quarter is rotted out in the back because it was actually sitting underneath a date tree, and the acid got into the trunk and burnt the trunk and the quarter and all that out. But the rest of the car was actually really damn solid. It just hit that one side and messed it up. Now this is a different one. I know it looks the same, but this was a different convertible that I found. Look at all the parts in it. All the stuff was there. This was also a 383 4-speed convertible. I remember I brought this all the way out to my house out on the lake, and I'm restoring this car. Look, you can see this is different. There's a transmission sitting right there, but there's no question about it. This is a rough car. Look at how solid that car is. Straight. I mean, it's got rotted out quarters on it, but everything's there. I don't remember if the motor was with this car. It had a ton of other parts on it, but I can't remember if the motor was with this car. But the numbers are the numbers. The real convertible. Looks like a piston grip shift or a 4-speed shifter right there on this one too. And we found this Charger. I think it was like a 72 Brougham. I mean, did you put the money into this Charger? Well, when I found this car, probably not. Look at how it is. There are a ton of cars in this field, but this car is really cool. I love those little sail panels on the rear wing windows. It's a completely untouched, and I mean untouched. Numbers matching, 383 car. Everything was there, and the car was actually pretty darn solid. There was nothing wrong with this car. The car had never been touched. I love that look. Look at the back windows. I mean, it was so cool. It was solid, had dents and dings in it and stuff, but it was what it was. So do you put the money into this car? Unfortunately, because it's considered the wrong year of what people want. Look at that beautiful white bucket seat buddy interior, automatic on the column. This car was just so untouched. Whatever happened to it to get it off the road, maybe it blew it. Drive shaft line, I don't know. There it is. There's your 383 right there. Air conditioning car. It looks like, look at all those hoses. Everything's there. The car was just completely untouched. It was just parked. Did you save it? I mean, if you do save it, it's got to be a kind of sentimental thing because you're not going to get your money back out of this car. I don't care how much money you stick into this car, restore it, you won't get your money back on. So you got to be careful on what you restore. Thanks for coming by and checking out our Tales from the Bush, and don't forget to like and subscribe. It sure helps.